Hello viewers and welcome to more action on Forza Motorsport 6. Just a look at the Rio circuit with a very bizarrely coloured Formula 1 car. That's another story. I'll come back on that another time. But I just thought I'd do some laps on the circuit. Again, this is just part of the preview, just having a look. And obviously our written review will come up in due course. And I'll look at the game more critically when I've spent a few more days playing through it. We'll probably have some more streams as well on the channel in the coming days. I don't know what times they're going to be, but racing around in the Formula 1 car, we have ABS is off and stability is off, but traction is on. Mainly because, well, no reason other than just reduces some wheel spin here and there, but helps you get away a little bit, but not a huge difference. You know, I tend to just drive the cars the same way, but I'm going to talk more about the handling specifics as we go into the tunnel. Really quick round there, getting car in early, clipping that curb on the inside is where you want to be, and then it really struggles around here. The car kind of goes wide first, then cuts in late in the corner, so you can get on the power, and then try getting in early here, but you can't turn too much because the car slides a lot, can spin out very easily on those cobblestones there. Not much grip in this entire section, in fact. Car struggling again, late apex there before you come out. And then braking earlier than you expect on this downhill section to get the car in early again on this sort of sweeping left-hander down the hill, and then off the power, letting it come close to the wall on the right before, so you can get some good drive on the exit. I was a bit slow there, didn't quite get the car in where I wanted it. As ever, this is being played on the pad, so coming down you can go quicker around here. I haven't found the speed there, I was being a bit tentative. There's a lot more speed to find, and I go quicker on lap 2 as well, and you can be more aggressive through that entire section, but I was just sort of feeling my way around it. Then coming around to the last few corners, this is tricky, just very slow, roll the car around here, then gently get on the power to prevent wheel spin as you get off that non-grippy area, and then flat out around this section. Should be flat out in this next corner. There might be a slight lift. No, we went flat out around there. And then there is a lift here sometimes, simply because the car just seems to need a slight lift. There's a bump there, and then I haven't found my braking point here yet, so still struggling with that corner. But either way, you go over the bumps on the exit. Not the most practical for a Formula 1 car. Under the colourfully painted favelas there, and back into the tunnel again. So I'm taking it quicker this time, going a bit wider, a bit more risky, turning in, but it's about managing it. Car sliding a bit more. Much quicker, and then round into that late apex again, taking a slightly different line there to give me more speed on the exit. Car oversteering slightly there, had to back out the power just a little bit, and down the hill again, much slower again than you expect. Feeling the car step out a bit on the exit. It's going to be a tricky course in terms of, you know, this, you know, putting in a lap time that's sort of a legal lap time, if you like, because it's not always clear where some of the boundaries are. This lap is clean so far, despite hitting those cones earlier. Taking more speed through the section this time, but again, it's very marginal through there. You can take a little bit more speed, and suddenly you're straight into the wall. The car just won't even turn. So going into this final corner again, and just lifting, trying to take slightly tighter line or slightly slower in. That seemed to work to an extent. It's a long tricky corner, and we will have a multicam of this race coming up on the channel in the coming days as well, so you can see a bit more in the way of positioning from the car. But it's great to see it running at 60 frames. Quicker this time, getting more aggressive every time. I thought, why not run the final lap, let's just push a bit more, but the car just wouldn't turn in there. It's just not as responsive on some of those corners as I would like. Losing grip over those gates in the floor, hitting a bump, and that's sending the car slightly wide there as well. It is very bumpy circuit, and if you get some of those wrong, you're straight off. There's not a lot of room for error. Now up the hill again there, taking more risks, but why not? I already know I've touched a wall, so that means it's the end of my legal recorded lap time, as it were, so I just thought, let's just hammer it round, get to the end. And that was just a quick look at the Formula car. So we've got some other runs and bits and bobs coming on the channel. We've got some Spa and some more Sebring in the rain. I'm going to try the F1 car on a whole bunch of courses, including some of the wet courses. I want to see how it reacts to some of the major puddles you see going across the track. But over those curbs, getting a bit wide than I'd like there. Didn't get the car in where I wanted it to be. And then into this tricky final section. This will take time to master this section. There is going to be one way that's probably going to be quicker than all the others, and that's super slow on the entry. But on the power, coming around the final corner, that was it for this 3 laps of Rio, and there'll be more from me very soon.